Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Bree Buonomo and today this video is inspired by the ever wonderful Lindsay Puckett because she did a You Choose My Day video a couple months ago, maybe like a month ago now, and I loved it and it was so nice and I was like, oh, that is really cool, I want to do it. So here we are. Thank you, Lindsay, for the idea. And today we're starting off looking bedraggled because I have a dentist appointment and I have a really bad concept of time. And because of that, I woke up late at 7 o'clock, which is late for me. And now I'm like, oh crap, I gotta go because I gotta shower and I gotta drive because my dentist appointment isn't like down the road. I have to drive to it. So the first thing I put up was a poll last night asking how I should start my day, tea or coffee. Tea won, surprisingly. I think there's a lot of tea drinkers out there, and I obviously have a ton of tea myself, but I do normally start with the coffee, so hopefully this little cup of energy boosting tea will be enough for me until maybe I can get another fix later in the day. I'm just vibing. So I have a dentist appointment and I may stop at a store to finish up Christmas shopping, but most of this day is going to be doing my polls and writing. So I'm very excited. This will be the first day I'm writing in about a month. It took a month break and I really needed it. So I'm excited to get into some more creativity today. Good morning to you guys, and here we go on our adventure. So I just posted my second poll, which was asking like where I should write today. And I already screwed it up because I didn't actually put in there like where should I write. So I'm hoping people will read between the lines and know that either a local cafe or at home means where am I writing. But I'm like, oh my god, I'm already failing at this. Like I planned ahead, I thought everything through. Still not going well, but at least it's just the second one. I'm gonna finish getting ready, put some makeup on, dry my hair, and then I gotta go to my dentist. While I'm driving, I'm gonna be listening to the sequel to Girls of Paper and Fire, which I believe is Girls of Shadow and Storm. I could be wrong though, but I think that's what it is. And then when I get to my dentist, I think I'm going to ask what I should work on today. I'm debating between either doing my short fiction or poetry because I feel like I just need a little bit longer break before I dive back into novel writing. But I have two things that I was working on in both short fiction and poetry. So I think I'm gonna ask that. And then we'll see what I ask next. I may also ask about what, if they pick the cafe, if the cafe wins, I will probably ask what I should get to drink. But those are probably the next two things. But we are gonna go get on the road, finish up, get on the road, and head out to my test. Hello friends, it's me. It is almost 10 o'clock. It's like 10:02, and I got done with the dentist. My teeth are beautiful, which is always nice. I don't know how, but they did say I have some gum sensitivity. I think I'm brushing too hard. Otherwise, there was no problems with my teeth, so that's great. I do think I'm going to run to the store now to get my last minute Christmas gifts. I have two polls going on my Instagram, which is should I write at home or a local cafe? And what should I write, short stories or poetry? And I am like super shocked that the poll for writing at home is winning. I'm so shocked by that. That baffles me. I'm also not excited about writing at home because I haven't been writing at home and I don't want to. But this is what happens when you make people choose your day. They surprise you. So I'm gonna run to the store and then I'm gonna make the decision to, like, once I get to the store, I may put a poll up because even though I might write at home, I still think I'm gonna stop and get a drink at the local cafe since it's literally on my way home anyway, and you know, support small business on this holiday season. So I think I'm gonna do that. But yeah, I'm just very shocked that people don't want me to write out today. It's just very strange. So, all right, I will check in when I am getting settled into maybe my first writing sprint. Hi friends. Okay, so I just checked and I'm really shocked that at home is still winning. So I'm at the coffee shop. I did post another story that was just like, I'm gonna stop for coffee either way. Should I be adventurous or should I do something familiar? And everybody is voting adventurous. But yeah, I am not going to be staying here because everyone told me to write at home. I'm just so shocked by that. I really expected in my heart of hearts that I would be writing here today. So we're going to go in. It's a very cute little shop and we're going to go grab some coffee. And then we're going to head home to do our first writing session of the day. So I was doubly adventurous. I told the staff at the cafe what I was doing, and they offered me a Fluffernutter coffee, which is not something I would normally get for myself probably ever, but it's actually pretty bomb. And then I got an everything bagel pretzel, and now we are going to do our first writing sprint. Time sprints seem to win out. I only had, I think, like 1 or 2 votes for a free write. So we are going to take the first hour and I'm going to do 20-minute sprints and see how well I do. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to write in my vampire short story. I really didn't know. I had vampire short story. I also had a short story I was thinking about doing about like the theme of solitude, and then I had a short story that I started last month that I wanted to edit. But I think I'm just going to try to get into the vibe of writing and do a little bit of actual drafting to at least warm up. So here we go. Okay, so I know I said that I was going to do 20-minute sprints and that I was going to work on vampire. I opened vampire up and immediately it was like, I can't do it today. I think I really have a bad hang up on the vampire short story right now because of the whole issue with the deadline. I initially thought they were only giving us a week to do it, and then they gave us the whole month. But I just felt like, I think I was just trying to push myself too hard with the short story. So I'm like, I'll come back to that a different day. But I ended up actually drafting the solitude short story. This was not started. It is, if I'm going to submit it, because this deadline is also December 31st, so we'll see. If I'm going to submit it, it can only be 1K and under, and I wrote 560 words in 2 25-minute sprints. It might be less than I normally write, but this is more of a poetic short story, or at least that's what I'm trying to make it. And the idea is that there is like somebody trapped inside of a husk. It's definitely a metaphor for depression, but I'm trying to make it so that it might not be as obvious. So that's why it was taking me a little bit longer to like actually draft the words. But I mean, 560 words is great. I think at this point I wrote for an hour. I'm gonna go take a break. I might eat lunch with my husband, and I think we tend to watch like Jeopardy together or Saturday Night Live. Like, we never watch them when they're airing, so we'll probably watch an episode of one of those two. And then when I come back for my second round of writing, I think I'm going to try to read through what I wrote and figure out if I want to add anything more, if I want to be a little bit nuanced in some ways, it's stuff like that. I'm just kind of figuring it out right now. Also trying to figure out like where I'm going to end this short story, because again, it's only 1K. I already have more than half written, so I don't have enough words to be frivolous. So I think that's what I'm going to do for next time. But for now, successful first hour of writing, and we're going to take a break, and I'll check in a bit. Hi friends, so it's about 3 o'clock and I just did my second writing stream. I think I did like a half hour, 40 minutes, and I decided to free write. I was gonna put it up on Instagram, but I was like, well, you know what? Instead of doing another question on the actual writing sprint, I decided to put up what should my break be. And it was between anime and gaming. I haven't actually watched anime in a while, so I was kind of like, oh, maybe I'll throw that up and someone will pick it. But surprisingly again, gaming is winning. So I think I'm gonna game for a little bit. I just finished my short story that I wrote, at least for the first draft. I believe I like it. I'm going to be interested to get some feedback on it, but the final word count is 846 words, which means I do have a little bit of wiggle room to add or subtract things. So I may take a break from this as far as the story goes. I may not even get back to it today if I'm gonna do more writing, which I would like to get one more sprint in today. I'm gonna maybe poll to see if I should continue doing short stories, in which case I'll switch over to the one I wrote in November to edit, or if maybe people will pick poetry next time. But for now, I guess I'm gonna take a few minutes to game and we'll see where that takes us to. So far, it's a good day. Hi friends, so it is about 5:30 and I'm gonna jump in for my last sprint of the day. Surprisingly again, I really thought, like, it started off where people had prompted me to move to poetry instead, and then all of a sudden everyone kept voting to continue short stories. So we are continuing short stories and I am going to go back and edit a short story I did. Aria, can you not? Demanding. Anyway, I'm going to go edit a short story that I wrote last month and potentially submit it. I mean, this one, the submission that I am considering this for never has themes, at least not right now. So I should be able to submit this like this month or next month whenever I feel comfortable with it. So we're going to go edit that. That's a short. It's a microfiction. It's only 250 words. So I feel like once I go through and edit this one round, then I'll be done for the night and I'm going to feel pretty accomplished. So let's get into the last sprint. So this is probably my last check-in and I am feeling pretty good. So I edited the microfiction that I talked about. I feel like I like the words, but I did send it to somebody who gave me a quick, real quick advice, and I do agree that I just think I need to clean up the beginning a little bit. The kind of overall theme is like fear of change. So that fear gets brought into the end, but maybe a quick mention and a little bit of like why the fear is there in the beginning may help just tie the whole story together. And again, it's 250 words, so it's only a page, so it is tricky. My friend Anna, who read it over, is willing to talk with me and chat and kind of figure out what else I can add to it. So with that said, I wrote a new short story, I edited a short story, and overall it feels like a pretty good day. I might not be the best words now, but that's what editing is for. And overall this was a really fun little experiment. So the last thing I'm gonna mention is that for winding down tonight, I asked Instagram what book I should read. I have two books that are arcs. I have An Education in Malice and I have The Other Valley. Both books come out in February, so I asked which one I should read, and by an overwhelming majority, An Education in Malice won, which this one does not surprise me because the name is pretty sweet and the cover is gorgeous, but it was fun. So for the rest of my night, I'm gonna wind down, maybe make a cup of tea or get some more water and settle in and read. So thanks for joining me on this adventure. This was so fun, and maybe in the future I will do it again. So thanks to all who participated, and until tomorrow with another Vlogmas video. I'll see you then.